Lekker local goings on, World News Day, and a wild petition.
My name's Bomber.
And I am Chris.
And you have been listening to This Week in Sedgefield.
All right.
Alrighty.
It's Heritage Week. Is it month?
I think
is
it's
it the whole
month. I think so. I read somewhere it's Heritage Month on the news.
So that's why you're taking the whole month off, is it?
Yes, whole month. Yeah, because it's my heritage.
There we go. To not work.
Well, yeah. I can't really claim the heritage because I'm not.
You have no heritage.
I have no heritage. Well,
no heritage.
I was born in the ghetto. No, I was born in UK. Lived most of my life in Zimbabwe.
Yeah.
And now almost most of my life here. So I'm pretty much without heritage officially. But I'll take what I can get.
That sounds pretty South African.
Yeah, that's also true.
Yeah.
That's also
So
true.
I've got a heritage confession
okay.
to make, and is this a safe space?
It's a very safe space.
Thank you.
It won't go past these walls. Well, it might.
Okay, it might.
make
Won't go past the microphone and recording and people listening to it and into the.
We
the
might
public
make a
sphere.
podcast
So
out of it.
heritage, everything like that. You know, boerewors.
I do. Yeah, I've heard of it.
Have you heard of it? Okay,
Yes.
okay. You come across it in your time. Of course, you know it's a burry braai. You hear about it?
Yeah. I
Everyone's
mean,
a
that's
burry braai.
a bit of borry on the braai. Is
There you go. That's what
even
we do.
us. Sometimes us pommies say a bit of buoy on the braai.
Pardon? There you go. Your heritage. Celebrate it, man.
Yes,
Own
I'm
it.
celebrating.
Own
I'm
it.
celebrating it.
Beautiful. Okay, so I got boerewors, and my confession is that I didn't braai it. I didn't braai it this week. It was right by Heritage Day, and I didn't braai it.
Didn't braai it.
No,
man.
not even a little bit.
Is there another way to cook boerewors? Did you leave it in the sun and make dry wors?
That probably would have been better.
Okay.
I cooked it in the air fryer.
An air fryer.
In the air fryer.
You have an air fryer.
I have it. It was given. It was gifted.
I know.
We've got a gifted air fryer, but I use it. I use it extensively. I am a lazy man, and I use the air fryer. It's like 12 minutes in the air fryer, and it still tastes delicious. I'll just make a fire and just hold it over the smoke a little bit, and then it's fine. The air fryer is great,
I have
man.
another theory.
You have another theory.
Air fryer owners, of which I am one. I have to confess.
I knew
air
it.
fryer owners are very much like vegans. We have to tell everyone. And we have to tell everyone how wonderful it is.
Because it is wonderful.
Not being a vegan, because I'm not a vegan.
No, yeah.
But I know how wonderful it is. I own an air fryer, and you can heat up chips, scafies.
This
You can
feels
heat them
pretty.
up. I
This
know.
feels pretty liberating. Thank you.
You can throw everything in, and it's anyway. Not that it would ever replace.
Motorbikes, boerewors.
Yes,
We're all
that's
good.
it, yeah.
We're back into it. Okay.
Absolutely no danger of putting my air fryer outside on the stoop.
There you
and
go.
plugging it in there.
Like in a
Definitely not. Definitely
nasty
not.
shock.
Yes.
But it's funny because I was actually reading a Ted's Head from like 2006 because that's what I do in my spare time, of course. I
yes.
was reading the Ted's Head, and it was about your experience with Bryan, and that made me feel a little bit better.
I'm glad. I'm a useless braaier. I still am. People
Really
come round
still.
to my house for a braai, and they end up cooking because they just can't bear it anymore. They just cannot bear it anymore.
So you got the formula right.
I stand there and I click the tongs. Click, click, click,
Yeah.
and they shake their heads at me.
Yeah.
And yeah, what are you doing? This is a whole chicken and it's still frozen. And you've got 3 pieces of charcoal and a lollipop stick. Yeah, just
Lollipop stick.
Step away.
Delicious.
Yeah,
Great heritage. Lollipop
great
sticks.
heritage, yeah.
There we go.
You know, I mean, in England,
Lollipop man, right?
where my bloodlines are. Not that as I said,
You didn't
I
bring them
grow
with. You
up
left them there, yeah.
But yeah, they don't braai, they barbecue. It's always done in the rain, and it's always beef patties or sausages.
Oh.
Sausages, yeah.
Frankie's.
No, not
Frankfurters, is that-
Frankfurt. Just
oh.
pork bangers.
Bang it. There you go.
That's
okay.
it. And that's, I mean, nobody can afford a steak unless you sell your car or something.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yes, I hear that's a thing. Eh?
Yeah.
Well, hey, thank you for sharing some of your heritage with us. I know you got the
pleasure.
feeling that you don't have any
Yes.
because you're British born and
Yes, yeah.
Zimbabwean.
Baked beans and
Rhodesian.
Rhodesian.
That's how you pronounce it, right? Rhodesian, Zimbabwean, all of that.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Okay, let's talk into what's been happening in Sedge in our busy busy time.
Yeah, busy time.
Kicking off because this is just like MC season for you. You've been MCing, hosting.
Yes.
I think it started with the melodrama.
Melodrama, I was the MC for the melodrama.
And now kind of one of the most recent ones. We'll talk across all of them.
Yeah.
But Battle of the Buskers. How did that go?
Battle of the Buskers, that was great. That was on Heritage Day.
It was on Heritage Day on Tuesday.
Yes. So my family were saved from me buying them stuff because I couldn't. I was standing on a stage and introducing 3 bands. Well, 3 acts.
3 acts.
I can't say they were bands because there was one duo, Alan and Shelley.
Oh, cool.
And then
are they the ones where the dude has dreads?
No.
Is that a different? Okay,
different,
sorry, I'm thinking of a different
dudes,
one then on the mark.
And then there was Francois, who a local singer, also very very good. All of them are good. And then a new guy called Chris Tu. I don't know his surname.
I don't think he has one.
Maybe his name's Chris Tu.
Tu.
Yeah. Well, your name's Chris and his name's Chris too.
There we go.
So that's good. Yeah.
We got 2 of them around.
Yeah, absolutely. So he was the eventual winner.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
The first time he was doing it.
First time he was in the thing, and he was very very. I mean, as I said, they were all brilliant artists, but he was very versatile.
That's cool.
He was. I was, as I mentioned to you earlier.
Yeah.
He sang these wonderful crooner type songs. You raise me up so I can stand on mount. Except he sang in tune. And he had the audience, many of whom were of people of retired age and upwards, but also quite a lot of young people because there are some in Sedgefield.
Yeah, they show up. And
he had the meeting out the palm of his hand.
Really,
and then he switched over to Thunderstruck. He sang. He played and he sang Thunderstruck.
Amazing!
And my goodness, he
like
did
a
the
solo
voice
act.
like a solo act. Yeah,
that's cool.
I think there was a lot of people who lived around the village green where it was held that were kind of, wow, what's going on here? Yeah, but
the
he
Aussies
did
are
well,
invading.
and he won. Yeah,
oh,
he
cool!
Won,
Oh man, that sounds like such a rad.
It really was good turnout, great weather.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, it's been a good week for it, right?
It has.
Well, I suppose over the past kind of week, because on Sunday there was also the skateboarding street events.
The skate jam, street jam, street jam, street skate jam.
That one.
There was jam involved.
There was, yes. At some of the shops, and that's how you really have a competition. You spread the jam on there and see who can get through.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, they did.
Man, it was a cool event. It's so far,
Wasn't
I think,
it great,
I can't remember the start of the year, but it was one of my favorite events of the year. Not just because at one point a massive crowd was cheering for my son.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
You remember that part? That was
must
cool.
have been proud. You must have been so proud.
So cool, hey? Yeah. But it wasn't just for that. And this kind of links up with the Battle of the Buskers and with the skate jam and all of this. I loved the one comment that I heard of. It's really nice to just have these kind of local focused things.
Yes,
that it's not just for tourists or for those out of town. I mean, we enjoy all of those things as well, but people who live here who are coming out for it, and we all get to see each other.
Yeah.
Oh man, just the family. So that was just really, really cool.
It was, wasn't it? What I really liked was, I mean, the age gaps between various, because there was kids there from 6 or 7 years old right up until. I think one of the skaters was well into his 50s.
Yeah. Yes.
And skateboarders.
Yes.
Sorry, not skaters.
Yeah.
And they were all like cheering each other on and chatting. There was a lot of time when the skaters were not competing. They were just skating while judges made decisions.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of like, this is how you do this, and that's
exactly.
Guys, just of all ages.
Yeah,
I mean, the one guy could have been the grandfather of the other guy, and they help each other out. They talk,
and I loved hearing this as well while I was sitting watching one of the runs, and it was just after, I can't remember her name, but it was the lady who did the 2-minute kind of freestyle
I think
session.
It was Talita or something like that.
Okay,
yeah.
So when let's say Talita, codename Talita,
yes, Talita, yes, yeah.
So Talita just and she was kind of standing behind me, and there was some younger girls who were probably 10 or so, and just saying, "Oh, I think I want to learn skateboarding. Can you show me?"
Oh,
and then they ducked off to there was an extra section, was really nice smooth road. And she was teaching her. And she spent, I think, the next half an hour teaching her. So many kids just picking it up. It's just
lovely.
It's such a cool sport.
It is.
Man, it is really awesome.
Cool. Yeah.
And just so friendly. Yeah. And like my wife, Tammy, was saying that there may have been, she was kind of maybe worried. You get a bit worried about, because skateboarding is so cool that there's you don't skate, or you're not skating. Oh, bro, come on, get good. But no, it was just everyone there for it to help each other out, to cheer each other on, and just have this really, really cool time.
It was wonderful. And the real miracle was finding a piece of Sedgefield Road without potholes.
Yes,
we did it. That was great.
Yeah, right by the highway as well. Yeah. I mean, that was cool. So
congrats to Stoned Oxygen, Cassidy.
Yes, Cassidy,
who was like the main one of what counts. She organised the whole thing with a team.
Yes,
she had a great team helping her, and lots of local businesses that came to the fore.
I think they probably did pretty well.
Yeah. They did. They sold out.
What?
Yeah, they
all the hamburgers
had the busiest day ever.
How cool is that?
Mid-season didn't come near it.
Yeah. That's
so
phenomenal.
They really did well. Yeah. So they had to close their shop early.
Yes.
But early evening because there was no stock.
That was it. They're done.
Yeah.
Wow.
No stock.
Sure.
So that was very
That's
cool.
really encouraging to hear. And so good for, Cleone and Lavelle helped out a lot with getting it. Ward councillors, Ward 1 and Ward 2. Right? Ward 1.
Those are them.
Yeah. So
they organised the blocking off of the street and all that
so cool.
thing. Yeah.
And it was also great to hear in the community council meeting, community services council meeting, Cleone pushing for a youth advisor kind of in Ward 2. And it was kind of pushed to the side a little bit. But this is just ammo in that gun for having really awesome places and spaces and experiences for youth, but not, it's not just for youth, and that's exactly what you're saying. It's for all ages. A skate park would be really cool, man.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Cool. And look, you're a parent of youngsters.
It's true.
When they become teens, you don't want them rushing off to George.
Yes.
I
thought you were just finishing there. You don't want them. Let's continue.
You might want them to rush off to George and never come back. No, but you want them to be able to entertain themselves here.
That's it.
In the right way.
Yeah.
And what one of the lady Mel who was commentating with me, she said, isn't it amazing that a few years back there was like a teenage skater, almost like a petition, a skate by or whatever, because someone had put up, the municipality had put up no skateboarding signs on the road.
Yeah.
So we've gone from that to actually having a skate.
That's so great.
Skate jam.
You just put the space for it, and how positive it is for the community.
Yeah, so positive.
And that's one of the big this when we were speaking about this earlier. I thought you just made one of the best points of business advice. In that was what did I say? I said something good.
What did I say?
Yes. No, you did. You nailed it. This aim for the locals, and the tourists will be caught up in it as well.
That's it. And that was a true thing at the skate and at the Battle of the Buskers.
Yes.
Both events. I mean, they were catering for locals mainly because people don't necessarily, visitors don't go for a weekend away so that they can attend these things.
Yes.
But
man, if they see it
and they go, wow, what a community.
Yeah.
I mean, imagine having popped up to Sedgefield from Cape Town for a week in the school holidays, and you have the skate thing on the Sunday and then a live music. Yeah. Almost a festival on the Tuesday.
And
wow.
And anything that floats on a Saturday.
Anything that floats on the Saturday.
That's going to be cool. That's that's looking great.
That's another thing. I mean, that's going to be locals taking part because people don't travel with making that boats. Maybe we'll have an international entry. Who knows? Yeah.
And then next Friday there is Deb and the Dude, who's Deb and the Dude. Who is there at the market.
She's the international fashion designer type, fashion seamstress designer thing.
That one, the fashionista, fashioner maker. That's the official term. The person who makes a clothes that you wear that looks good. That one.
Well, I haven't bought any yet. One day I'll find something.
I couldn't tell, man. So she's got that. Yeah. So So we've got an in a minute from her. Which sounds a bit like this.
Hi guys, this is Deb from Deb and the Dude Clothing, and the Dude is my husband Peter. Our shop is situated in Mosaic Village. Our clothing is manufactured in our design studio in Sedgefield with our trained and dedicated machinists. We produce high quality made in South Africa clothing. We are super excited to be launching our summer collection on Friday the 4th of October at our shop in Mosaic Village at 2:30 p.m. for 3 p.m. Don't be late. The show starts promptly at 3 p.m. It's going to be a fashion show with a difference where the spectators will be entertained by the stunning Sedge line dancers wearing the Deb and the Dude Summer 2024 collection. There is no charge, so bring your friends for some fun and fashion entertainment. See you on Friday afternoon on the 4th of October at Mosaic Village.
So Deb and the Dude, I mean, she's like an internationally acclaimed. She made some of the clothes, or she made one of the items of clothing that was in the Marvel movie Black Panther.
Oh, wow.
So she's like legit, man.
Yeah, very legit.
In a big way. She like ships stuff up to Joburg and I think internationally. And her studio, her fashion studio that she makes stuff in is here in Sagefield.
Oh, wow.
And
that's cool.
Yeah. So she's got
at where this do is happening.
No. So there's a market that's close by Moonshine.
Okay.
I think it's like across the street. I haven't been to it, but I hear it's absolutely awesome. Bunch of people working there and
so
designing.
That's where she does the
that's
making.
where it all gets made.
Okay,
but she's got a shop at the market, and then that's where on next Friday there's going to be a great line dancing event and a bunch of ladies and dudes showcasing the summer line. Which I think it's just going to be another really cool kind of community event. Come out, grab some food. I think that'll be really really good fun. And also
summer line and the living is easy. We know a song about that, don't we?
Yeah.
Cool.
So that's going to be really, really cool to sport out in that and to check it out. And just a quick one on that, because this is also something that I didn't realize, but didn't quite realize. But there are all those shops around there, right? In the middle market, Mosaic Market.
Yes, yeah.
And most of them are open during the week.
Full time. Yeah.
Full time.
Yeah. No, like it's a full on. I wouldn't say a shopping center, but it's a center from which shops operate. So maybe it is a shopping center.
One of the closest things that we'll get to a mall.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
And the closest we should get to a mall, maybe.
Yeah. And obviously there's the wonderful slow roasted coffee shop.
Yeah, they make a good cup. I do like them. No, and there's the fermenting business place. Have you checked that one? That's also a really interesting one there.
Fermenting.
Like
beer.
Like beer, except food.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I didn't know there was another sort of fermenting.
And it's all about gut.
It's all about?
It's a conspiracy theory. Yeah. It's all about gut health.
Gut health. Gut health to you.
Yes. Yeah, now I do. From the fermenting. There's a free ad for him. Yeah, and there's like the pearl shop and chocolate shop and Swirl, the ice cream shop.
Wow.
A bunch of these places are open, So that's just really, really cool to know as well.
Yeah.
And also just seeing from that, cater for the locals, and then the others will come
on.
They
will
That'll
tell their
really,
friends,
really cool.
and they'll tell two friends, and so on and so on and so on.
And then then everyone's friends with everyone because everyone's just chatting. Lovely, what a time! Hey, let's talk about wilderness.
Wilderness.
Have you been there before?
I have.
Have you seen it?
I spent some time in the wilderness. No, you're talking about the little.
It's not. Yeah, it's
the little tiny little, but it's not that little. But it belongs to George or something.
Yes. In the George municipality.
Yes,
and that kind of links
like
up.
We're part of Neisner, they're part of George.
There we go. Yeah.
Okay.
Man, there's George, hey?
Yeah.
That place is getting fancy.
It's pumping.
Jeez, over the past, maybe it's like 3 or 4 years. I remember in lockdown, we were living there for a few months during lockdown, and it felt like it was crumbly. Just more empty and more vagrants. If I can be polite about it, all of that.
Yeah.
If you compare that to now, man, there are people wearing fancy clothes walking around there.
Oh, really?
Gee.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah.
It's got such a cool vibe as well. Very, very, very cool. But one of the things that might happen is now, so there's the common, right? The big park there.
Like the village green. The commonage. Commonage or
yeah,
something.
the Commonage is the great coffee shop there. Also very, very good cup of coffee.
The coffee shop. Okay.
Yes, Commonage
so
is the coffee shop.
Common is the common and the Commonage is the yeah,
yes,
okay.
The common age of the
coffee.
The thing.
Yeah.
So that was given to the municipality, George municipality, at some point. I can't remember when. But it was given with the express purpose and design that it would just belong to the community, that nothing would be built on there, that it would be exactly what it is now. This amazing
public
place.
open space, I think is the term they use. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, which is just, man, so stinking good for the community. And it gives... It's one of the things that makes it unique and awesome because everyone from all around when visiting will come and play a game of soccer, play volleyball, will throw a frisbee, will do that, ride a bicycle around there for goodness sake. So there is a proposal from that municipality, the George one. I know we're reaching across borders here to relax some of those laws, so that there might be more kind of commercial uses for it. And this could kind of turn into boundaries being put up. I mean, we know, And so there was a similar sort of thing you were saying.
Yes, There was a similar thing that happened here. Well, it's happened a few times here. Is not the Buffalo Bay, sorry, the Swartflay caravan and camping ground.
Yes.
Which is actually owned and directed by...
The director.
The director. They're by the Garden Route District Municipality. Used to be Eden Municipality, but now it's Garden Route District Municipality.
Yes.
So they own... They are in charge of it as such.
Okay.
They are the main
directors.
one is what count. So a few months ago, maybe even longer, maybe even a couple of years ago, time is going very fast.
A lifetime
They
ago.
were looking at offering it to developers to sort of take over the land. I don't know about ownership or whatever, but paying a fee to set up a sort of development there, be it build, tourism or something along those lines.
Yeah.
But it turned out that this has been tried quite a few times before.
Oh.
I don't have the exact details with me, but in court cases over the years, it's been proven that land was specifically donated to the district municipality.
Yeah.
Only on the proviso to use Latin.
There we go, legalese.
Or Greek
hey,
or whatever it is.
You've had a lot of experience with law, hey?
Oh, yes. I watched LA Law twice. That it only be used as a campsite. I mean, that campsite...
Oh, man.
Apparently, there used to be ox wagons that came down from Karatra with whole families in.
Like 10 years ago.
A cow being driven in front that was going to go on the Bryan over the course of the holidays. Yeah.
Bessie.
Yeah. Come on. Sit down, Bessie. And that was the thing. So it's been fought so many times in court. And those court things have set a precedence to kind of say,
man, that's encouraging to hear.
This is not going to happen. So I would imagine, I'm no legal expert, and obviously I think in a lot of these things, the will of the people is what. If wilderness I mean, we don't know the ins and outs of what's being proposed or whatever.
No, exactly.
But I think if enough wilderness people are against it, then they'll be able to stop it. I would imagine.
Yeah.
If things run how they're supposed to run.
So there's a bit of a petition that's going to be started.
Oh, so there is a petition
There is
already.
a petition, that's kind of being prepared. And there'll also be a digital one, which I don't know if that's going to help or work or whatever. But just especially for our listeners, if you use it, if you're part of it, then you can look in the link in the description below for this video or for the podcast.
Okay. Yeah.
And then you can just kind of click
on the link if they want to and make a decision. Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, and if you want to find out more or whatever, just shout out. That'd be great. So that is, man, that's so cool to hear about Swartflay because one of the last things that we want. I mean, there are many things we don't want. We're very good at knowing what we don't want. Is a Mossel Bay 20-story
that's it.
Those hotels right there.
Yeah, right on the beach or something. Yeah, and these things happen.
They do.
Well, they did happen in Mossel Bay.
Exactly. And that's how it goes.
Mossel Bay is jammer.
Yeah.
But
it's the small jammer. Yeah.
Bye.
Oh boy.
Yeah, we look. I will never be one to stop something or to instruct people to stop something. Put it that way. But I want
even if they're like hitting you in the face with a fish.
Okay, then
please
stop hitting me with that halibut.
I'd like to make a recommendation. If you could maybe I don't want to.
Will you sign this petition to have me stop being hit in the face with a halibut? Just for the halibut. But people need to know things, and then they need to make a decision.
People do need to know things. I like that.
No. Well, I mean, what I'm saying is they need to know that this might be happening.
Yes.
And then they need to decide, okay, do we need more business here? Do we need more of this business here?
Yeah.
Do we want our common to stay the same as it is?
That's right, yeah.
And make a decision, make an informed decision.
And the community.
Which actually...
Exactly, you nailed it.
I nailed it.
We do. We need to be informed. We need to make decisions. And this really links up very nicely with what's coming up on the 28th of September. You're probably going to see from a bunch of news outlets, if you do actually read from news outlets. And we want to strongly encourage you to do so. It is World News Day. And
that's it.
This is what World News Day is about.
Okay, World News Day, according to the World Editors Forum, that's WEF.
Oh, isn't that World Economic Forum? Is it World Editors Forum?
Well, there's World Editors Forum.
Oh, good.
As
That's
well,
way better. Okay.
Funny, they don't put an apostrophe after the S, which is odd if you're an editor.
Yeah.
Anyway, at a time, this is what it says. At a time when credible journalism has the power to save lives, build trust, and inform the public's understanding of an increasingly complex and uncertain world.
Yes.
Boy, is that right.
Yeah.
World News Day is a powerful reminder that journalism matters.
Yes.
A message that hundreds of global news organizations celebrate annually on September the 28th.
Oh, very
so
good.
This is, we've talked about it before. This is all about how social media is hammering newspapers, news outlets, media organizations, because there's lots of fake news out there and fake news outlets.
Yes, yeah.
Because there's no control, fake news outlets are out there, so they could put whatever they want to put out there. And then the newspapers, the big media newspapers are losing out. They're losing ad revenue. They have to cut back on costs. Yeah. They employ less journalists or pay journalists less.
Yes. So, and then you get worse and worse quality. It's quite a cycle.
It is.
And it's built into social media to show you what you want to read and what you want to hear.
That's it.
But you're not good if people only hear what they want to hear, we've got no movement. It's not good. We know for a fact that you just hearing what you want to hear, you only hearing from people who are telling you your opinion, and you're just hearing that reflected back, means you're not learning, means you're not changing.
And worse
we need
yet,
to hear what we don't. Yeah,
that's it. Worse yet is then they tell you what they think you should believe.
Ooh.
So you know what you want to believe and what you want to hear, but because of the algorithms, then they can say, well, for example, if this person believes that the earth is flat, then let's coy a bit of the earth. The moon landing was fake.
Yes.
I mean, those are sort of very basic examples.
Great truths, right?
Yeah,
flat world and
absolutely.
The fake moon.
Yeah, I mean, everyone knows it's a hexagon. The moon. The moon.
Yes,
that's the problem. They can tell you now. Imagine the power of that in marketing.
Yes.
So if they can say to your client, to a prospective client, okay, we're going to find you 2.5 million people who would probably believe that this pill will make them lose weight. Because we know where their minds work. So we're going to throw that advert at them. Yeesh.
Oh, my goodness, It's dangerous what social media can do and has done. Crazy example of this week during Heritage Week, we have Jan Bryan. So, Jan Bryan. Oh, he'd be so cross with me for cooking a boerewors in an air fryer. Hey? Oh my goodness!
With an air fryer.
Goodness. So He was doing a thing at a food lovers market somewhere, I don't know where, and he was handing out boerewors rolls.
Okay.
Very generous, very lovely, very cool, well-known guy.
It's a good PR thing for him. Yeah,
very, very good.
Yeah.
And then somebody posted on some social media platform. I think it was TikTok. I saw it on X or Twitter. It seemed like he was handing out to only white people from this post.
Yeah,
okay?
from
it was a short
probably
clip.
the 7 seconds that they filmed.
It was, yeah. So I watched it, and it was pretty much that. It was maybe 20 or 30 seconds.
Okay.
And then someone just randomly kind of posted about that. And then there were, there were about 70,000 views of this video because News 24 picked up on it and did a story about it with two of their journalists picked up and were we can say race baiting this to say how racially driven and how racist this was, that he wasn't handing out.
This poor guy.
And from that, you can imagine the threats that he would get on social media. Because also, and let's put the blame with everyone now.
Yeah.
That people who saw that video just took it. As that. And they said,
shared it.
That's it, shared. Can you believe this guy?
Yeah.
That's it. Never buying any of his stuff again if they had, or, people get really ugly. There were other terrible events, things that people had done, had shared, and we can find out where people's kids go to school, and people use that sort of thing.
Yeah.
It's dangerous what's out there. We got to actually think about it and check our sources. So anyway, News 24 posted about this.
Yeah.
And then it was not very long after where the CCTV footage was shown. So the security camera footage was shown that he actually gave to the guy who seemingly didn't get. And throughout the day, there were people posting who it also took, because he's like a South African celebrity.
Yes, yeah.
Of him giving to everyone. Because he gave to everyone.
Yeah.
And of course, people are very, very cross with News 24 and with this. And
it's so unnecessary.
It's
especially
wrong.
Now in South Africa where tensions are high.
Yeah.
We don't need to feel that.
Yeah. And that's because, it's a symptom of the bigger problem of news has to be immediate. Right now, if I don't hear what's going on immediately, this is a great strength of it, but they were just pushing it out without that fact-checking. And in their very weak apology, where they said some people thought that it was racist, the video where they had... there's no one doing this. They've lost a lot of subscribers. This is this is a mess for them, an absolute mess.
Yeah.
But it's a symptom of trying to just get it out of people looking for racially driven acts in everything.
Or other forms of hatred.
Yeah.
Other forms of headbutting with other people.
That's it. Yeah.
It's so and you often see people who you know and love in real life, but on Facebook they get
something else
ugly.
They do. Yeah. Because and
we're not talking about their profile pictures. Some
of them, man. Yeah. Oh man. So that's the big conclusion from that is just slow down. Think about it.
Yeah.
Put your phone down and read The Edge.
Yeah.
That's my quote. But
we did print an AI front page picture.
That's been interesting. Someone
we've had so much feedback from that. Yeah. But mostly positive.
Oh yeah.
But I'm glad I did say it was AI generated, because
if it wasn't,
otherwise I would have been challenged seriously. Yeah.
People would have been very confused trying to find the lady with kind of half a leg that can go through a boat, and the guitarist with sort of 3 fingers, but not like the finger.
Yes.
Yeah. But that was a very, very cool one.
Yeah.
Oh, and one last thing before we go. So with last week's episode, we shared it out. A bunch of people got the link, and there was like an hour where the YouTube algorithm decided to not like us and made the video private. So,
oh no.
Yeah. So it seemed like people couldn't actually access that.
Okay.
So for those of you who did miss it, we're going to put the link for that in the description as well. If you can't find it, let us know, because especially at the end of that, it was actually one of my favorite episodes, to be honest.
Okay.
And one of it was the story of the German.
Wow, it's a German story. Yes.
Oh man, it was so great. So I just want to
encourage you. It's a lovely story.
Yeah. So if you didn't listen last week and you can't find it, please do just give us a shout.
Click on the link.
Let us know.
Yeah.
If you've got something that you want to tell us or want to chat about in a minute, let us know.
Yep.
You can send those as voice notes. You can do just whatever you want. Even just drop it in the comments. Thanks so much for all the comments, the encouragements. Did you see someone did give you a happy birthday from last week Friday in the comments?
Oh, did they? No, I didn't see see that.
Yeah.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
that's cool.
Happy
That's
birthday for last week Friday.
cool. Excellent. Thank
21
you.
all over again.
And can I do a quick anything that floats punt? Please come along and watch.
No, stop.
Okay,
stop
don't
talking.
come along.
No, stop. Please do, man. Anything that floats on Saturday, let's hear.
Yeah, it's great. It's all for Masatandani funds.
Amazing organization.
Yep. Bursary funds and so on and so forth. And yeah, come along, either watch or build a float. We'll take late entries on the day.
Cool.
Build a float as long as it's not any no boat parts on it. You can come and build your own float. You pay an entry fee per team, but you don't pay an entry fee to watch.
Okay.
And yeah, that's it.
That's good.
That's great. And there will be food on sale and coffee on sale.
And line dancers.
Yes, there's line dancers.
Yeah.
And yes, and coffee and line dancers and coffee.
Coffee.
Yes. And food.
Oh,
coffee
nice.
and,
oh, that's cool. I didn't know there was going to be all food and coffee and all
and
that.
line dancers, yes.
Food, coffee, line dancers.
And boat building.
Oh,
yes,
yeah, there'll be that too. And floating.
Yeah. Floating, we hope. Yeah. And the tide's in this year.
Is it? Okay, good.
Yes,
I really hope the weather's all right. It seems like it's going to be okay.
I think so. It's not going to be hot. I think I read 19. No, 19. I think that's what I read.
19 one. Yeah. Oh, that's going to be great. So looking forward to that. Looking forward to just all of these events, man. It's just, it's such an exciting time. It feels full on spring, full on summer.
Yep.
Oh, just, it's cool to be in our town, part of this.
In Sedgefield. Wow.
We're feeling very blessed.
Yeah, we are indeed.
Bomber, thanks so much. Hope you have a great week further.
It's been real.
It has been.